Natalia. Did so pretty successfully, just holding her to a season low 4 points. But, you always need people to step up at the state tournament, and you never know who it's going to be. And yesterday it was Ella and Naya.
Well, Natty Cray with just 4 points, 5 boards in the game. That is only the third time this season she's been held below double figures. Buhler did get out rebounded in the game by Labette County, 39-27. Andrew, is that something they can do better today, or is it just one of those things you're going to have to try and overcome?
Well, you know what? It's something that they're going to have to try to overcome in this one, but I think one of the big things was that they only allowed, I believe, 7 offensive rebounds. That was something we thought maybe Labette County would get in the double digits because they've been doing that to teams all year long. And I think even though Labette County got a lot of defensive rebounds and ended up out-rebounding the Crusaders, I think that 7 offensive rebounds limit was a pretty good sign, and hopefully they can do a good job of boxing out on the defensive end again today.
Wellington got past Andale in their first round matchup. They knocked off the 8 seed 52-40. Did not shoot the ball particularly well yesterday, just 32%, but outscored Andale 18-9 in that final quarter. Val Norwood 13 points, Britt Zika with 11. So the recipe for a Buhler win today is to get Wellington in some foul trouble and kind of get them out of their game here early in the first half.
Yeah, on the game the other night, Britt Zika just had 1 free throw made in the first half because she had those 2 fouls in the first half, and that really was kind of the recipe for success for Andale to keep it close because Wellington's a team that can pile up the points. You know, they come into the game tonight averaging almost 67 points a game, so that's they're a team that can run and gun. So if you can get their guards into some foul trouble, and we know too, Wellington's a team that loves to try to block shots. So if you can turn those block shot attempts into fouls, that widens Buhler's path to victory.
Well, 2 girls semifinals today. We talked about Wellington, Buhler, Hayden, Miege. 2 boys semifinals. And the first game of the day went into double overtime. And McPherson does it again, beating Ottawa 52-50 in double overtime. Andrew, any idea who took that last shot?
Oh, probably number 24. So his second game winner in as many games. And, holy smokes.
What were there, I think in the 2 overtimes, like a combined 3 or 4 shots, and that was it.
I mean, it was one of those that the last bucket made in regulation was like at the 6:04 mark.
6:08.
6:08. And then you go the entire first overtime without a bucket made, and then the second overtime, you have the 1 lone bucket hit at the buzzer. But, I know that I'm the minority here, the anti-shot clock guy, but it really shows – you know, it takes so much discipline for a team to be able to run on offense, take care of the basketball, not make a stupid turnover. And both teams, Ottawa and McPherson, did a fantastic job in OT 1 and 2 of really running that clock down and waiting for that last shot with about 10 seconds left.
Well, McPherson will make their 29th appearance in the state title game tomorrow and be going for their 15th state championship. Wellington has never won the state title. They've never been to the title game before last year when they lost in the championship final to Bishop Miege. They're making their 4th semifinal appearance. The storied history of Our Lady Crusaders. This is their 14th appearance in the Final Four, and they'll try to get to their 9th state title game today. That state championship game of the girls' side will be tomorrow night at 6:15. We'll step aside. More of our Midway Motors Drive to the Game next on HKFM.
Midway Motors Drive to the Game. Streaming online at adastraradio.com and on the Ad Astra Radio app. 95.9 HKFM. The Buhler Crusaders play here.
Kansas Cares is your go-to resource for free, confidential assistance across the state. Whether you're looking for help with enrolling in health insurance or applying for safety net programs like SNAP food assistance or LEAP utility assistance, our care coordinators are here to support you. Absolutely free. Call Thrive Allen County at 620-365-8128. That's 620-365-8128, or visit kansascares.org. Your health, your life, your future. Kansas Cares is here to help. Call or visit today.
Most of us wonder, is our home really safe? But let's be honest, sometimes it's easier not to know. At Service Plus Electrical, we created the Safe Home Survey, our in-home assessment that gives you a step-by-step path toward a safer home. And we're offering it for a donation of any amount to our Spread the Light program, so you can protect your home while supporting a great cause. Don't let fear keep you in the dark. Visit ServicePlusElectrical.com to schedule your survey today. That's ServicePlusElectrical.com.
Hutch Towing and Recovery provides 24/7 statewide towing and roadside assistance services with discounts for first responders and veterans. Call 620-474-3911 for Hutch Towing and Recovery. Let us hook you up.
Hutch Rec is your community recreation provider. We're passionate in bringing healthy living opportunities through our youth and adult sports, wellness and fitness classes, and several of our community events and races. We're also your community spirit provider, offering endless recreational opportunities at Dillon Nature Center, Senior Center at Elmdale Park, the Sports Arena, plus Hutch Rec downtown. See all of the community spirit and healthy living opportunities Hutch Rec provides your community at hutchrec.com and on our Hutch Rec Facebook page.
When quality of care matters, let the compassionate and professional staff at Hospice and Home Care of Reno County serve you. We are committed to the well-being of our community because we are your neighbors and friends. We provide services such as home health, hospice, private duty, palliative care, and voice care. Count on us to provide your in-home health care services. Wherever you consider home, Hospice and Home Care of Reno County, your local not-for-profit agency serving a 50-mile radius of Hutchinson. We care how you live.
95.9 HKFM.
Well, back here on our Midway Motors drive to the game, time for tonight's Erickson Custom Building game plan. Online at EricksonCustomBLDG.com. Wellington 22-1 through 22 games. Top seed in this 4A state tournament. This talented senior class led by Britt Zika and Val Norwood. An impressive 91-7 over the last 4 years, making their 8th trip to the state tournament this year, all under head coach Eric Adams. What a legacy he has built around this program. They average 66 points a game and give up 25. Two very talented seniors in Val Norwood and Britt Zika. Got to find a way today to limit the damage from them.
Yeah, they're both drivers. They're both people that can take it all the way to the rim. You know, Norwood is somebody that's got some decent size and really quick. She's somebody that's, if you don't step in front of her, she can get by you and get to the rim. And Zika, we didn't get a chance to see her showcase everything that she can do yesterday because she had to sit so much of that first half. But she's somebody as well that can generate her own shot. And Buhler's going to have to slow both of them down to try to advance to Saturday's championship.
She was in foul trouble a good bit of the day yesterday. Andrew, you'd mentioned to me they run the floor really well. You've got to get back on defense. And Wellington kind of centers everything they do around defense in those easy transition buckets.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the hugest keys. And we saw flashes of good transition defense yesterday and a couple times where we got burned. I think what Chris said earlier about the two players that like to drive, Norwood and Zika, we saw the Crusaders yesterday really step up on help defense when
O'Brien.
Yeah, O'Brien was just trying to drive and take it herself every time. I want to see more of that today, and hopefully Wellington doesn't get hot from outside.
Definitely going to have to close out on those shooters. For Buhler, obviously, turnovers, rebounds, two things we've talked about a lot. I think Natty has to have a better day today. And Wellington's got shot blockers all around the rim, so you've got to figure out how you're going to attack. If you're going to get them in foul trouble, you got to attack. But floaters over shot blockers don't work.
Yeah, and one thing just kind of breaking down the difference between Wellington and Labette County's bigs. Labette County's bigs were just big. I mean, they were gals that took up a lot of space, were hard to get around.
More traditional back to the basket.
Yeah. When you're dealing with Wellington, their bigs are more leapers. These are gals that are going to try to go for the acrobatic block shots, like you said. Working on, when we get the shots, getting our body into them so that way they generate contact and try to get to the lane.
Andrew says get them off the floor. Get them on their feet.
Get them off their feet, get them up, and go get fouls.
get to the line. If they could win the battle of the free throw line, that would be huge today. First ever postseason meeting between Buhler and Wellington, and trying to make their way back to the state championship game. Buhler last there in 2005 when they won it all against Labette County. Wellington, their first ever appearance in the title game just last year, lost to Miege. We'll be back with the tip. Starting lineups next here on the Midway Motors Drive to the Game on HKFM.
Continues after this. Midway Motors in McPherson, Newton, Hutchinson, and Hillsboro for every mile of life. The Buhler Crusaders play on 95.9 HKFM.
For your concrete, dirt, gravel, and sand needs, contact the folks at Gravel and Concrete, a family-owned business since 1962, now in its third generation. They've been supplying Reno, Rice, and McPherson counties with quality concrete, sand, gravel, dirt, and decorative rock for over 60 years. Call Gravel and Concrete today at 620-422-3249. That's 422-3249, or stop by and see them a half-mile south of Nickerson High School, just north of the Arkansas River on Nickerson Road. Gravel and Concrete.
Struggling to catch your breath? Whether it's asthma, COPD, or pulmonary dysfunction, Hutchison Pulmonology Associates are here to help you breathe easier and live life to the fullest. Don't let breathing problems hold you back. With expert care and personalized treatment, we're here for you every breath of the way. Visit hutchregional.com or call 620-513-4800 today. Breathe better, feel better with Hutchison Regional.
Are you building a house?
A swimming pool?
Are your lights flickering?
Call Schmidt Electric.
That's Schmidt Electric. 960-6755. Schmidt Electric will take care of all your electrical needs.
Got Spock?
This is Jason Stallman with Stallman Ag Risk Management and the Sylvius Insurance Group. I take pride in partnering with my clients for all their crop, pasture, and livestock insurance needs. Stallman Ag Risk Management. Contact me today.
Kansas, trust the power of Blue for your CanCare plan. Families trust Healthy Blue for doctor visits and prescriptions. New and expecting moms trust Healthy Blue for pregnancy support. And Healthy Blue provides extra benefits for your whole family. Choose the brand Kansans have trusted for more than 80 years. Visit choosehealthyblu.com/KS for more details. Trust the power of Blue.
95.9 HKFM.
Back here at Tony's Pizza Event Center in Salina. 14 teams were following today in the semifinals across the different classes in Kansas. And we'll keep you updated on some of those scores in our Buhler Dental Care scoreboard. As we mentioned, McPherson boys won in double overtime here in the boys semifinals in 4A today. You can follow our complete broadcast schedule and find streaming audio on the broadcast page at @astraradio.com. That may be 14. Might be a record for us in the semifinals.
There's been lots of teams having a lot of success across the parts of Kansas that we serve, and it's always an exciting time, and everybody's trying to gun to get to the championships on Saturday.
Yeah, a lot of teams right around in our area, both Mountain Ridge teams, both Heston teams, the Inman girls, among those in the semifinals here today. Let's take a look at our Heartland Wealth Strategies starting lineups. Discover your financial potential. Contact Monty Cross at 620-888-6485. Wellington, the top seed in the tournament out of Division 4, the Ark Valley Chisholm Trail. They are 22-1 under 12th year head coach Eric Adams. They will start like this. A 6-foot junior, number 2, is Lindy Barton, averaging 8.5 points and 5 rebounds a game. A 5'9" sophomore, number 3, Drew Zika, averaging 7.5 points a game. A 5'10" senior, number 4, Britt Zika. She averages 14 points and 5 rebounds. A 5'8" sophomore, number 24, Kirsten Gregory. And a 5'8" senior, number 33, Val Norwood, averaging 15.5 points and 5 assists. Norwood led Wellington with 13 points yesterday. Barton, Zika, Gregory, and Norwood for Wellington. For the visitors on the scoreboard, the number 5 seed Lady Crusaders of Buhler out of Division 3 of the ABCTL. They're 19-4 under second-year head coach John Darrow, and they will start like this. At forward, a 5'9" senior, number 13, Natalia Crafels. Natty averaging right around 17 points a game. At forward, a 5'9" senior, number 14, Sammy Brooks. 4 points and 3 rebounds. At guard, a 5'6" senior, number 15, Claudia Taylor. At guard, a 5'8" senior, 22, is Charlie Baxter, averaging 5 rebounds, 6 points a game. And at guard, a 5'8" senior, number 32, Gracie Ord, averaging 11 points, 3.5 assists. Crafels, Brooks, Taylor, Baxter, and Ord for Buhler. They'll be in their road black uniforms trimmed in maroon with a white lettering today. It'll be the home whites trimmed in red with red lettering for Wellington. And just like today's teams, I Need a Cleaners can make you look like a winner. It's where to take your clothes. Well, we'll talk about underclassmen today, but really, it's these seniors. 5 starters for Buhler. We already talked about the 2 very talented seniors in Zika and Norwood for Wellington. It's win or you don't go to the championship. So I think it all runs through them.
Yep, you win with quality seniors, and kind of the neat thing, these young ladies here had the opportunity both years at junior high league title game. Who do the Lady Crusaders have to play? None other than Wellington. Unfortunately, in junior high, Wellington got the best of us both in 7th grade and 8th grade. But now, another matchup against them, and probably the most important matchup ever. Obviously, the most important matchup between us ever.
We're set with a tip, and Wellington will control right to left. Underway with Crusader basketball here on KWHK Hutchinson. Inside right away, shot short by Britt Zico. Rebound Charlie Baxter. Up the floor, knocked away from Nat, saved by Sammy. Out front to Ord, just underway and no score. Aaron West, Chris Shank, Andrew Epp courtside at Tony's Pizza Event Center. Here's Brooks inside and tied up. And the ball will stay with the Crusaders on the possession arrow.
I think that's one of those where Sammy needs to head fake, turn around, head fake real quick, try to get somebody in the air.
Crusaders will inbound from the baseline. Right into Natty, off that window and good.
That's a good sign.
Yep, good to see Natalia getting established early scoring.
Here's a 3 the other way, rims long for Gregory. Rebound Baxter. Must take care of the basketball today. Gracie works it right side baseline, out on the wing to Taylor. Inside, trying to fire it into Brooks, and it's stolen away. Got to get back. Here comes a shot up the floor, missed by Lindy Barton. Rebound, Nat Crafels.
So Buhler that time not burned by the turnover as Baxter does a great job of getting back.
Much like the Wellington boys did against us in Substate, they like to get back in a hurry. Here's Gracie out front against zone.
Good roll.
In that lane, Sammy off the window, short with a foul. That'll put Brooks at the line for 2.
Nice strong take inside by Tammy. There's Sammy. The more active she can be inside, the more that's going to open up things for Natalia as well.
And foul on Drew Zika will be her first, team foul number 1. Here's Brooks at the line. And Sammy's first free throw is straight on. 59% foul shooter. Had 5 points in the quarterfinal game yesterday. Boy, getting off to a quick start would be a huge benefit. In and out, no good on the second.
It's awfully tough to run a pick and roll right at the top of the key, but if you're watching young players roll like Sammy did right there, and a great pass by Gracie.
3-0 Crusaders. There's a drive in the lane. Shot up, shot missed with a foul. It's going to put Kirsten Gregory at the line for Wellington. Always interesting. Both these teams, I think, like to play a little physical, so how are the officials going to handle that?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if it's called like the circle game where it was kind of the Wild Wild West, or if it'll be a much more tighter game. This one already seems to be being called tighter.
And foul on Baxter, her first. Gregory hits the first free throw, the sophomore. And the second short off the front iron. Rebound to Sammy Brooks. 3-1 Crusaders. Full court pressure picked up by Wellington. Here's Taylor, far side across the timeline. Well, they
good cross.
Plays it to Ord. Ord picked up by Norwood. Taylor sets the screen. Gracie rolls left. Long pass, right side of the floor to Baxter. Charlie inside against her defender. Up around and too strong with it. Put back no. Rebound tapped loose on the floor, and Natty's got it. Saves it to Baxter. Here's Charlie. Right side elbow. And a foul inside as they try to feed it to Brooks. Tied up by Lindy Barton.
Barton was one of the players for Wellington that was in foul trouble the other day. She had 3 fouls in the first half and was sidelined a good chunk of it against Andale.
First on Barton, second team foul. Natty from the elbow, out front to Sammy. Here's Gracie on a 3. It's good from Gracie Ord.
Big tray for the senior, and Buhler up by 5 here early.
6-1 start, 5:44 to play here in the quarter. Left side, shot short by Lindy Barton. Rebound Claudia Taylor. Here comes CT through traffic. Plays it off to Brooks. Far side to Ord. Gracie floated that pass for Sammy, too strong. Brooks gets tangled up with Britt Zika coming the other way, and it's going to be a foul on Sammy. It'll be her first, team second.
I believe that's Buhler's second turnover of the game so far. First substitutions as Naya will check in for the first time, as well as Ella Voss.
Voss and Sewell. Ella was our WIFCO Steel Products player of the game in the quarterfinals yesterday with a career-high 12 points. What she brings to them defensively is irreplaceable. Here's Norwood on a drive. Might have been an offensive foul. Zika, floater in the lane, missed! Rebound, Ella Voss. Ward left to right. Far side, Baxter. In the corner is Sewell. Naya floats it to Ella. In that lane. What a jump stop, turn around, and in! What a play by Voss!
Voss did such a good job of looking like she was going to cut to her left, and then went back to her right. Got that separation, and Wellington wants a timeout.
Timeout, 4:50 to go in the first. 8-1 start for the Buhler Crusaders back in 30 seconds on HKFM.
Hi, this is James with IdeaTech. We love bringing internet freedom to the residents and businesses of Buhler. IdeaTech is a proud supporter and the preferred internet provider of the Buhler Crusaders. As the Crusaders know, speed wins. We back up our lightning-fast internet with a customer-first philosophy. That means you will talk to a live person from our office in Buhler when you call in. If you're not already a customer, go to ideatech.com and click on Check Availability. Or you can call us at 620-543-5000 to inquire more about our services.
95.9 HKFM.
4:50 to play, opening quarter. Wellington yet to connect from the field. Just one free throw and an 8-1 start for Buhler. Britt Zika floats it left side circle to Drew Zika. Far side Norwood. Norwood's going to take Naya off the dribble. Got to help. Shot inside, missed, but a foul. And Wellington will head back to the free throw line. Wellington, to start this game, is 0 for 5 now from the field.
So hopefully Buhler can keep stacking some separation while Wellington's cold.
And foul on Sewell will be her first, team's third. Here is Val Norwood, the senior. She made 6 of 8 from the line in the win yesterday. Misses the first here. Vivian Wright, a freshman, and Ella Goodrum, one of 4 seniors on this Wellington roster, checks in for the first time. Norwood with a second on the way and good.
So Wellington's only scoring those 2 free throws they made. Let's see if Buhler can get to double digits here.
8-2, Buhler by 6. Here's Voss, and they call her for a travel.
Third turnover on Buhler.
Crusader basketball brought to you in part by Central Prairie Co-op, by Hutch Auto Body, Heartland Wealth Strategies, and by Buhler Dental Care. Cruz Cornejo, 5'7" junior, now into the lineup for Wellington.
So both teams starting to work into their benches a little bit here as we hit the halfway point in the first.
Norwood off the screen, rolls right, picked up by Sewell in the corner. Cornejo on a 3, rims long, rebound Naya. Here comes Ella up the far side of the floor. Voss, baseline, Gracie, turnaround too strong. Great box out by Natty. And Buhler will have a second try on the offensive end. Voss steps into an open 3, missed front iron. Rebound Wellington. Pulled down by Goodrum. Crusaders floater baseline. Zika missed. Rebound Baxter. Here comes Charlie. And she'll woe it up across the timeline. Far side Sewell. Naya off a screen, rolls right. Floats it in that lane for Crayful's up off the window. Short. Rebound Wellington. Good look, couldn't finish.
Yep, just didn't quite have her feet set underneath her.
Here comes Norwood inside. Floater off the window. Missed! Rebound Ord!
Yeah, Norwood is missing bunnies here so far. Hopefully she can stay cold.
Sewell dribbling with the left hand. Cross court from us. As we watch it, Naya down that lane line. Those are the shots that aren't going to work today. Blocked by Wellington. They are so active with their hands around the rim. Here's a three, left side, it's good for Britt Zika, Wellington's first field goal. And it's a 3-point game, 8-5, 2:50 to go, and we've got a timeout first quarter. We'll step aside for 30 seconds on HKFM.
Have you been thinking about remodeling your home? Hi, I'm Karen at Stang Plumbing and Design. I would like to invite you to come into our showroom at 2415 North Main Street. We will take the time to build relationships and trust as we have done for over 60 years. At Stang Plumbing and Design, we truly get to know a customer's needs and wants. Stang Plumbing and Design. For us, it's not just a remodel, it's a relationship.
95.9 HKFM.
Well, neither team lighting it up from the field early. Buhler just 3 of 9, but Wellington just 1 of 9. But that last turnover, Andrew, led to a Zika 3. You cannot turn the ball over.
Yep, and that was kind of bound to happen at some point. They were going to get the lid off that basket.
Tori Tustin did not play yesterday. Young sophomore guard in, and she's tied up. And it's going to be Wellington ball. So Tustin, Voss, Brooks, Ord, and Lackey. Coach Darrow going with a 4-guard lineup here. 4-0 Wellington run. Zika guarded by Lackey. That's a big assignment. Helped by Ord. Great defense by Gracie. They float it far side to Norwood. Norwood drives, floater inside, missed. Rebound Norwood, put back, missed. Rebound tapped about and taken by Ella Voss. And she tried to tap it off Norwood. That long rebound caught her in the corner. And Norwood, a little too veteran for that play. And it'll be Wellington ball.
And note to self, if you're a Crusader, Norwood likes to go left. She'll have a real low crossover and then get back to that left and try to put up a little floater. So don't be fooled by her first step being to the right.
Here's a 3, Zika. Wow. She's hit 2 in a row.
Tied up for the first time since 0-0.
8-8. Here's Brooks. Threw it away.
So timeouts, or excuse me, the turnovers starting to mount for Buhler.
6 Crusader turnovers for
and
Buhler to
Wellington.
0 Crusader turnovers for Wellington.
I could be so Wellington ball on a 7-0 run here. And traveling called. Zika drained another 3, but they say she traveled.
Buhler catching a break there.
Big time.
As Zika's really starting to heat up. And she's dropping these shots in from way back. So that's the first turnover of the afternoon on Wellington, and it couldn't have come at a better time for Buhler.
Coach Darrow gets Natty Cray back in the game, and Tustin goes out. Here's Gracie, across the timeline, dribbling through traffic, far side of the floor, tied at 8, 1:40 to go in the quarter. Buhler started on an 8-1 run. Wellington is closed with 7 unanswered of their own to tie it. Here's Brooks, long into Ord. Ord, and foul down low. That's going to go against Kirsten Gregory. It'll put Ord at the line for 2.
That'll even up the foul count, 3 apiece for both squads. Gracie with the chance to add to her 3 points she's got right now.
Gracie had 14 yesterday in the win. Misses the free throw here. 69% foul shooter on the year. Crusader basketball brought to you by Prairie Star Health Center, by Anchor Inn, by DJ Kaufman Agency, and by First Team. Ward unties it with a second free throw. And Buhler leads again, 9-8. 1:28 to play in the quarter. That was Buhler's first point in about 3 minutes of play. Here is Britt Zika off to Gregory. Far pass, far side corner. Now inside, a hook shot missed by Lindy Barton.
Good job by Sammy Brooks, just kind of pushing her away from the basket.
Here comes Gracie. Ella, and pass too long. Ord saved it. They feed it into Natty. Natty around the defender, shot missed. Gets it back up and in. Go in and out, no good, but a foul. That'll put Crayfles at the line for two.
Natalia just showing her focus and concentration there inside as she's being defended, and really having to fight through a lot of contact there. See if she can cash in here at the free throw line.
A lot of this game is about preparation and talent. But, you know, there's part of it that's about want to.
Yep.
You got on stuff like that, you just got to stick with it. Keep battling, fight through it, get another shot up.
That foul on Britt Zika.
Yes.
And Brooks back, or check that. Charlie Baxter back on the floor for Buhler. Second free throw missed by Crayfles. Rebound to Wellington. And Buhler with a 2-point lead, 10-8. 49 seconds to go in this quarter. Wellington is not led. Here's Norwood on a three. This would give them the lead and does. Their third three.
Third tray, so Buhler's going to have to answer here.
Wellington by one, 33 seconds to go in the quarter. Here's Baxter out high. Oh, no, sir, no, sir.
Quick whistle.
They call the tie-up. Good news is Buhler will keep the ball. Bad news is now Wellington will have it. Unless we have another tie-up to start the second quarter. Voss is going to come out. And coach going a little bit deeper on his bench as he brings sophomore big Ryan Gotti in. Here's Natty in that lane over two defenders off the window, too strong. Wellington's got time with 24 seconds to play in this quarter. They lead by one, 11-10. Here's Gregory inside, missed! Rebound and a foul on Wellington.
And it's going to be the second foul on Lindy Barton. She got sidelined yesterday with 3 fouls in the first half. She might be out for quite a while now with 2 here in the first quarter.
Well, those active hands do a lot of good things, but you also run the risk of picking up some unwanted fouls. That puts Buhler in the bonus. And so here's sophomore Ryan Gotti, who did not see a minute on the floor yesterday, on the biggest stage by far of her career, and she knocks down the first free throw. That is her, gentlemen, that's her first free throw attempt this season.
Wow. State semifinals.
From what I've heard, she's been progressing really, really well in practice and really earned this playing time.
Oh, missed the second, but Crayfles with a rebound. Here's Naya out high. We're tied at 11. And a travel.
At least our 7th turnover of the game, so Wellington's going to get the last hurrah here in this first quarter, most likely.
See if Buhler can hold here with 7.5 to go. Gotta close out on three-point shooters. Here comes Norwood. Gotta close out. Zika missed it though, far side. Rebound, Gracie. And we are even after 8 minutes of play. What a fantastic first 8 minutes for the fans on hand here at Tony's Pizza Event Center, tied at 11 in the 4A state semifinal. Back after this on HKFM.
This is Darren Eddy with Ag 360 Insurance in Inman. For years, we've been known for our great service with our ag customers. But did you know we can handle your family or small business insurance needs as well? We would love an opportunity to sit down and visit with you about what we can do for you. As an independent agency, we can shop different coverage options for you. Stop by our office on Old K61 in Inman or give Cody Moores or myself a call today at 620-585-2128 or check us out online at ag360insurance.com.
1947. It was the year the Mackenzie Paint and Body Shop opened for business. That's over 70 years they've been serving the Mid-Kansas area with quality workmanship, excellent refinishing, paint, and restoration. Mackenzie Paint and Body Shop specializes in foreign and domestic vehicles. Insurance claims are welcome and 24-hour towing and recovery service is available. At Mackenzie Paint and Body Shop, they take the dents out of accidents. Just over the bridge at 45 Kansas Avenue in South Hutchinson.
95.9 HKFM.
Well, 4 teams still alive for a state title in 2025. That second semifinal is also going to be a doozy between Topeka Hayden and Bishop Miege.
Battle of the Catholic schools in the East.
Miege looking for their 32nd title game appearance and their 26th state title. Here's Britt Zika on a 3, missed. Rebound, Val Norwood. Back up with it off the window, missed. Traffic inside, and they're going to call a foul, a blocking foul on Charlie Baxter.
Tough break for Charlie there, for sure.
Charlie's second.
So different than yesterday when I felt like they let him play a little bit more. We're calling it tighter today.
Yes, very, very tight.
Val Norwood at the line, free throw good. It's her second trip in the game. Coverage of Crusader basketball brought to you by The Medicine Shop, by Bakering House and Catering Company, by Service Plus Electrical, and by Glenn's Bulk Food Shop and Gospel Bookstore. Baxter out, and Sammy Brooks is back. Norwood got the friendly roll, the shooter's roll on the second. And Wellington now with a 2-point advantage, 13-11. 7:38 to play in this opening half. Here's Brooks way out high, picked up by Britt Zika. Far side, pass stolen away. Gregory, layup on the other end, she traveled with it. She got herself too deep onto the basket. Realized she was in trouble, trying to pass it to a teammate, but too late, she'd already committed the traveling violation.
Momentum took her out of play, and Buhler catching a break there as she had gotten steps on the nearest Buhler defender. Let's capitalize on that TO.
And after 8 Buhler turnovers, that is turnover number 1 for Wellington.
Here's Gracie in that lane, off the bounce, up top to Crafels. Here's side Voss. Ella working right to left. Back to Crafels. We'll go inside, 7 minutes to go
and
in the first half.
Blanketing Crafels.
Gracie dribbling around the perimeter, off to Ella. Nia sets a screen. They float it in the corner to Ord. Out of the wing to
Good
Taylor.
Pass.
Great pass inside to Natty. Turnaround, missed! Rebound, Drew Zika.
And Natty had a one-on-one situation underneath, just couldn't capitalize.
There's Norwood on an open 3. Missed back iron. Offensive board, though, for Wellington. Back up with it, Drew Zika. Missed. Rebound, go get it, Claudia. Zika outraced everybody. Drew Zika, layup, missed. Rebound loose, picked up by Gracie.
Great pickup there by Ord.
Ord floats it ahead to Crafels. Make that Sewell with it across the timeline. Now here's Voss up the floor. She'll make the long pass into Natty. Natty gets tangled up in the corner to Taylor. Claudia, 3, missed.
Rats.
Rebound, Kirsten Gregory of Wellington.
Buhler still looking for
steal! Steal by make that Claudia. But then she had her shot blocked. And then they're going to call a foul on Sewell.
Yeah, Nia got tangled up with Kirsten Gregory down along the baseline.
You know, even though Buhler hasn't seen Wellington this year, they have experienced this kind of pressure. Circle brings a similar type of pressure where they overplay everything with their guards.
Yes, yeah, they really, if you are casual with the basketball at all, they're really good at getting steals.
Wellington up 2 with the ball. Here's a 3. Gregory missed short. Rebound, Nia Sewell. 5:44 to go in the half. Nia through traffic. Buhler hasn't scored in a while here. Here's Gracie, far side baseline. They haven't scored in the second quarter. Right side circle. Ella, she's going to drive on her defender. Floats it up off the window. Wanted the contact, but no call. Shot short. Rebound, Wellington. Norwood. And her long 2. In and out, no good. Rebound, Wellington. Out to Zika on a 3. Short. Rebound, Nia Sewell for Buhler. Up the floor, here comes Ella. Far side, she'll pull up in that lane. Shot missed. Rebound Wellington. Well, they've got ice cold from the field.
Can't buy a bucket. 3 minutes deep into the second quarter, still looking for her first points.
These two teams have a combined 6 field goals halfway through the second quarter. Deflection in the lane, stolen away. Naya comes up with it. I think Gracie got a hand on it. Here comes Sewell up that floor, blocked by Norwood. It'll stay on Buhler's end of the floor. Still trying to figure out this officiating crew, what they're going to call and what they're not.
Yes.
Every crew kind of has their tendencies.
Yep, things they look for, pet calls.
There's Gracie off the screen, right side circle. She'll pull up for that three. Wellington defender got a hand on it. Boy.
Zika with another board.
Gregory at 6 foot out there on the perimeter, so long. Now she lost the ball. It's loose on the deck, and Ella comes up with it in the foul. Gracie Ord created that turnover as Kylan Gregory lost the ball. Ord came flying in to deflect it to Ella, and then a foul.
Yeah, Britt Zika is going to get hit with the reach as she tried to steal the ball back, kind of one of those retaliatory fouls.
That's her second.
And that's big because we saw yesterday when Zika's off the floor, Wellington isn't quite the same team.
Sammy Brooks is going to return for Buhler here, and Claudia Taylor goes out. Here's Ella Voss in front court to our right, 13-11. Just 2 points by both teams combined in this second quarter. Ward's got it out high, picked up by Norwood. She'll roll right off the screen. Voss set the screen, fell down. Now Gracie through traffic, lost it, got it back, lost it again, got it back again.
Wow.
Here's Ella out high. And a Natty against Norwood. Worms her way through 2 defenders, but they're going to call a foul on the floor on Wellington. Norwood ended up on the deck. Somehow Natty found a sliver of space and got through those 2 defenders.
Yeah, they're going to hit Cruz Cornejo with the foul, but yeah, Natalia, when she's getting the ball down low initially, they've only got 1 defender before they get help.
Well, Sammy was posting up there too, and Sammy said, I got to get out of here. And Sammy's defender was still there.
There's Natty inside, got position with the right hand and score it. Second bucket for Crafels, and we're tied at 13.
She's already surpassed her scoring from yesterday with 5 points now this afternoon.
3:50 to play in the half. What a half this has been. Cornejo on a drive, kicks 3, missed by Vivian Wright. Another offensive board for Wellington, out to Zika, missed! Rebound, Nia Sewell. Boy, Nia's been a good rebounder here in this half.
Yeah, she's kind of a preview of next year. She's going to really have to be a big boarder next year.
There's a shot blocked down low. The ball stayed in bounds. But then a travel called on Ella Goodrum. I like what Wellington, or rather Buhler, is doing, trying to get the ball to the post and get the shot off before the Wellington defender has a chance to get set and go up for the block.
Yes.
Crafels is going to come out here. Here's Brooks inside with position, short on it. Rebound tapped around, and Val Norwood comes up with it. So
that was a great look inside. Sammy just didn't have enough juice on the shot.
Here comes Norwood. That's got to be a charge. Norwood just bowled her way into the lane, right into Sammy Brooks. But they say Sammy did not have her feet set.
So Sammy's going to pick up foul number 2. And the unfortunate thing, too, Sammy really took a battering on that.
That's going to put Norwood back at the line where she's 3 of 4. And the first is good. Wellington reclaims the lead.
Norwood's hit 4 in a row from the free throw line now. But one good thing, gentlemen, a tight ball game. I think Buhler's going to be a lot more comfortable in that than Wellington. Wellington's used to blowing people out this year.
So Ryan Gotti will return. And Norwood hits both free throws, and Wellington has a 2-point lead, 15-13. 3:11 to go here in the half. Our Healthy Blue Kansas road to a championship presented by Thrive Allen County, state semifinals. Ord's got it. Yes. That's got to be a foul.
Yep, Norwood's going to get hit with the foul as just quick movement by Ord helped set it up.
I can't believe that's her first.
Yeah, she's been an active participant in this game.
Norwood fell to the ground and had she had her leg wrapped up.
Call that a bear trap tackle in football.
Here's Ord, turnaround missed. Rebound tapped about. Gracie almost got it. Britt Zika comes up with it. Wellington has not had more than a 2-point lead in the. No. You cannot leave her. Shot in and out, no good. Rebound, Elavas. Saw that coming. Whew.
Luckily, Britt Zika been cold here lately.
Naya tried to bounce pass in the lane to Ryan Gotti, and that didn't work. Stolen away. Wellington very good at creating turnovers. We've got to stop leaving shooters open. There's a three by Val Norwood. You got to stay on the shooters, and Norwood makes them pay.
Yeah, Norwood, first player for either squad to double figures. She's now got 11.
Here's Ella with a jumper. Soft touch falls from the free throw line.
2 buckets for Voss. Buhler desperately needs her to get going offensively after the big night yesterday.
3-point game, 18-15. 1:54 to go in the half. It's just as simple as it is complicated. You've got to stick on Zika and Norwood around the perimeter. Here is Zika. Ooh, almost traveled with it. Saves it to Vivian Wright. Out front now is Goodrum. Norwood over Naya. 3 missed. Rebound. Out of bounds. Off Wellington.
Yeah, that time Lindy Barton tried to save it back into play, but her momentum carried her out of bounds. So Buhler will get an opportunity to try to cut into this Wellington lead here as this first half winds down.
Natalia Krafels and Jenna Lackey back for Buhler. Gotti and Sewell go out. Here's Ella across the timeline. They've been playing Gracie more off the ball today. That's a foul. That's going to go against Kirsten Gregory.
Yeah, she just buffaloed her way right into Ord. Easy call out there high between the rings.
Went for the steal and commits her second foul. 4th team foul in the quarter on Wellington. Buhler has 3 here with 1:11 to go. And a 3-point Wellington lead, 18-15. Turnovers, an early decider. But both teams have committed those violations. 8 on Buhler, 6 on Wellington. There's a steal.
Good
Wellington
job
the other way.
Jenna getting back there for sure.
Far side is Kylan Gregory off to Britt Zika. Good defense by Jenna. Long pass inside, stolen away by Ord. So Buhler returns the favor with a turnover. Here comes Voss up the floor. 37 seconds to go in the quarter. Long pass in, Natty for 2!
Krafels did such a good job, the airborne defender. She waited for them to clear her face and line of vision, and then shot point blank range, and Buhler's back within 1.
They had a 1-point lead, 18-17. Looks like Wellington going to hold for the final shot here. Norwood left side. They float it out front. Drew Zika off to Britt. Little screen and roll. Drew got tangled up inside. Here comes Norwood over the defender. Shot missed. Rebound. Put back missed. And that gets us to halftime. Lindy Barton had a good look on that offensive board, but couldn't stick it back in there. And we've got a heavyweight fight through 2 quarters here in this state semifinal in Class 4A. Buhler has played the number 1 team in 4A to 1 point at halftime, 18-17. Well, that was not an offensive showcase for sure, but both teams working their tails off here in the first half.
Yeah, I tell you what, Wellington throughout this entire season just been decimating their opponents, blowing everybody out. So for Buhler to be hanging tough, Buhler's a lot more comfortable, I guarantee, going into the soccer room than Wellington is right now.
Wellington's physical. You got to be physical back.
Yep, and we've got some tough girls. The 5 senior starters, always beast. They're not going to be intimidated by Wellington's physicality.
All right, Crusader basketball brought to you by Scrap Management of Hutchinson, by Ray & Sons Roofing, by Alpha Land Surveys, and by Apex Shears. Stay tuned. Our Prairie Bank of Kansas halftime report next on HKFM.
You're listening to the Prairie Bank of Kansas Halftime Report. Prairie Bank of Kansas, your locally owned full-service bank since 1886. The Buhler Crusaders play on 95.9 HKFM.
Kansas. Trust the power of blue for your KanCare plan. Families trust Healthy Blue for doctor visits and prescriptions. New and expecting moms trust Healthy Blue for pregnancy support. And Healthy Blue provides extra benefits for your whole family. Choose the brand Kansans have trusted for more than 80 years. Visit choosehealthyblu.com/KS for more details. Trust the power of blue.
Have a smile you want. Come and see us today. Dr. J. Stuckey, Hutchinson Family Dental.
Hi, I'm Dr. J. Come see me today at Hutchinson Family Dental.
You already know H&R Block does taxes, but you may not know you can get expert help in person or virtually, or that our tax pros average 10 years of experience, and your biggest possible refund is always guaranteed. H&R Block in Hutchinson, Ellsworth, and Lyons.
With a state tournament update, I'm Lucky Kid, recapping our early games this afternoon in 1A Division 2 at Colby. Lynn beat Attica 54-39. 1A Division 1 at Dodge City. On the girls' side, it was Centralia over Troy 52-37. 2A boys at Manhattan. Mountain Ridge wins over Valley Falls 74-46. 3A girls at Hutchinson. Halstead a winner over Colby 46-33. In 4A at Salina, Gabe Pyle hits a buzzer beater for the second game in a row. This time McPherson goes double overtime to get a 52-50 win over Ottawa. Over in Class 5A at Emporia, St. Thomas Aquinas girls beat Spring Hill 64-58. At 6A in Wichita on the boys' side, Shawnee Mission Northwest knocks off Mays 63-55. While we have the time here, we do want to pass on some weather information for you. We are getting some very, very strong wind conditions around the area. It is causing power outages in scattered locations around the area. Also, a number of fires have been reported. One fire reported to the west of McPherson that McPherson fire crews are currently investigating. This is to the west of Old 81 Highway and north of Highway 56. That fire at Last Word was still reported south of the tracks. There is another large fire going on in Kingman County. There's one in Sumner County. There's also one in Cowley County, which evacuations have been ordered on. Also, they're having a lot of blowing dust problems in places. In fact, they have closed down US 40 west of Oakley and I-70 between Colby and Goodland because of extremely limited visibility. If any weather information comes about that you need to know about, we'll pass it on, also keeping you up to date on the activity at today's state basketball tournaments. I'm Lucky Kid. We'll head you back to your game site right after this on the Healthy Blue Kansas Road to a Championship presented by Thrive Allen County.
More of the Prairie Bank of Kansas Halftime Report is coming up after this. Streaming online at adastraradio.com and on the Ad Astra Radio app. 95.9 HKFM. The Buhler Crusaders play here.
Neufeld's Flooring in Buhler, a few miles out of the city, light years out of the ordinary. Since first opening their doors in 1965, Neufeld's Flooring has offered one-of-a-kind flooring and accessories that perfectly pull your project together. That long-standing tradition continues today. Regardless of budget, Neufeld's Flooring can help turn your dreams into realities. Visit their showroom at 110 West 2nd in Buhler and find Neufeld's Flooring online at neufelds.com.
Kansas Cares is a statewide program providing free, confidential support to all Kansans. Whether you need help navigating the healthcare marketplace, applying for health insurance, or accessing programs like SNAP food assistance or LEAP utility assistance, our care coordinators are here to guide you. For help, call Thrive Allen County at 620-365-8128. That's 620-365-8128. Or visit kansascares.org. Your health, your life, your future, every Kansan deserves support. Call or visit today.
95.9 HKFM.
Well, back here at the half in a low-scoring game, 18-17. Here's I always like to look for that golden nugget stat from the first half. Sometimes you got to dig, Chris. Didn't have to today.
Yeah.
Two teams are a combined 10 of 54. There were 54 shots taken in that first half. They're shooting a combined 19%.
Well, the funny thing about it, when you really slice and dice it, Buhler's shooting more than double from the field that Wellington is. The bad news is Wellington's shooting 13% and Buhler's shooting 25%. So, it's a lot of shots, not many falling, and a lot of it hinges on just the defense. Both these teams playing relentless physical defense, and there aren't very many open looks for either squad.
Well, it felt like Buhler held their own. Talked about rebounding being a key. Rebounds pretty even through a half of basketball. So turnovers. So.
Yes. I mean, this thing's going to come down to just whoever makes the fewest amount of mistakes. We got to hope that Wellington still does not get hot from behind the arc because, they had all of their scoring. Here's the other unique stat. Wellington did not have a 2 in that first half. Every basket they made was a 3, I believe.
Yeah.
And so, we've got to hope that Wellington does not line it up from behind the arc because they shoot a lot of them. They shot 15. We only took 4 attempts. So hopefully they don't heat up. We just got to keep the hands in the shooter's face.
All right, some finals in our Buhler Dental Care scoreboard from today. Mentioned McPherson won in double overtime, 52-50 here at 4A. They'll play for a state title tomorrow. That was quite the finish to that game. Hallstatt girls will play for a title in 3A as they beat Colby at the Sports Arena 46-33. And the Mount Ridge boys win today 74-46 over Valley Falls.
Taking a look at a couple games that are in progress elsewhere on the Ad Astra Sports Network. Over on Kicks 106.1, Elyria Christian and Cunningham. Elyria Christian and Ty Romero leading the Cunningham Wildcats 35-31 at the half. Also on the Ad Astra Sports Network out west, Olpe leading Central Plains at the half 17-13, and that is 1A Division I boys action.
All right, our first half fill-up brought to you by Dick's Fill-Up 66. Andrew, let's look at some of those first half stats.
As we said, Wellington 18, Buhler 17. The Buhler Crusaders shooting just 25% from the floor. That's 6 for 24. And the rebounds very even. Buhler 23, Wellington 22. Buhler has 5 offensive. Wellington has 7 offensive rebounds. Free throws, both teams got to the stripe 8 times. Buhler connected on half of them. They were 4 for 8. Wellington 6 for 8. And then beyond the arc, Wellington 4 for 15. Buhler 1 for 4. Points in the paint, 8 for the Buhler Crusaders out of their 17. And then Nat Krafels leads the way individually with 7 points and 5 rebounds. Gracie Ord, 4 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. Ella Voss, 4 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. Ryan Gotti had 1 point. Sammy Brooks, 1 point, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and a block. Charlie Baxter, no points, but she had 5 rebounds. And then Claudia Taylor, no points, but she had 1 rebound and 1 steal. Nia Sewell, no points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. Jenna Lackey and Tori Tushin both got in, did not have any other stats for you for them. And after the Crusaders of Buhler took an 8-1 lead early, Wellington closed the gap, and the Wellington Crusaders have the lead at halftime, 18-17.
Second half next on HKFM.
The Scooters Coffee Mom of the Game. Register your mom for a chance to win a Scooters Coffee gift card. Learn more at adastraradio.com. From Scooters Coffee in Hutchinson and McPherson and Hutchinson's 95.9 HKFM.
The name Johnson Sheet Metal does not sound like a heating and air conditioning company, but Johnson Sheet Metal has been taking care of your comfort needs for over 100 years. Hi, this is Sarah Johnson, and through 4 generations, my family has specialized in the Lennox brand, but we service other makes and models as well. Today, we are still servicing and installing heating and air conditioning systems in Hutchinson and Reno County. Give Johnson Sheet Metal a call today at 620-662-0224.
95.9 HKFM.
Second half action. It'll be Buhler ball as they inbound, going right to left. Gracie Ord, long pass in. Natty Cray, a little too long. She couldn't corral it in there. Drew Zika comes up with it. Here comes Wellington inside. And Ord gets tangled up in the lane with Lindy Barton, and that's going to be a foul on Gracie.
Luckily, that's just Ord's first foul of the day.
Also, luckily, it came on the floor.
Hey, another key stat. Wellington only had 6 turnovers in the first half, but they were all in the second quarter.
Druzicka is going to try the three, and it's on. That's her first points of the game.
5th tray of the day for Wellington. They still have yet to hit a 2.
4-point Wellington lead. We're just underway here in the second half. Charlie Baxter. Tracy Ord, left side circle. This could come down to which team can get just a tad bit of separation. Natty inside again, off the window, too strong. Rebound, Sammy, put back, no, but a foul. It'll put Brooks at the line for 2.
Great job by Sammy getting the offensive rebound and going right up with it right away before the defenders could collapse around her.
Today's coverage, part of the Healthy Blue Kansas Road to a Championship, presented by Thrive Allen County, the Anastra Radio Sports Network. Free throw by Sammy Brooks is good. Both her points so far at the charity stripe, as that foul was the second on Druzicka. She becomes the 4th Wellington Crusader to get to 2 fouls. Second free throw by the senior is off and no good. Chase for the rebound. It goes off. Oh,
rats.
I thought it went off Wellington. They're going to say off Natty Crafels. And so it's a 3-point game.
Buhler throwing some full court pressure out here against Wellington.
Here is Norwood up the floor. They inside position, and Lindy Barton for 2.
That's Barton's first basket of the day. That's Wellington's first 2 of the day.
And now another turnover.
Yeah, that time there's a little miscommunication. Gracie Ord cut in. It was either Claudia or Charlie out high, thought she was backing out.
Well, if you're going to press Wellington, somebody has to protect the basket.
Because they are really good at getting the ball up the floor and burning you if you bring that pressure out too high.
So Wellington with its largest lead of the day at 23-18, and a couple of Buhler turnovers here. And Wellington has the ball to our right. All but one of their field goals have come from the 3-point line in this game. Druzicka out high, nearly traveled with it. Off to Druzicka. She'll try another 3. This one missed. Rebound tapped about in that lane. A lot of contact in there. Ball still loose. Val Norwood comes up with it. She'll shoot the long jumper, and it's good.
Val Norwood's first 2 of the day, and Coach Darrow wants a timeout to try to kind of circle the wagons.
This has been a tough start as Wellington now with a 7-point lead. 6:27 to go in the third. Back in 30 seconds on HKFM.
Rise and shine. It's daylight time, and time to go to your happy place. Hutchinson Daylight Donuts makes all of your favorites from scratch each day. Warm and fresh, just like you like them. And when you eat Daylight Donuts, it just makes you feel better. A little happier, a little friendlier, a little more productive. And now more than ever, we recognize it's the little things in life. So start your morning by stopping in your Hutchinson Daylight Donuts at 1435 East 30th, 305 North Main, or order ahead online at hutchinsondaylightdonuts.com.
95.9 HKFM.
Well, we talked about it in the scouting report, rebounding and turnovers. A couple of Buhler turnovers here quick in this quarter, and then that last bucket by Wellington came off an offensive board. And they've stretched a 1-point halftime lead out to 7.
Yeah, but it's going to be really important for Buhler to keep it just a single-digit differential, because if Wellington gets that bigger separation, the mountain just gets that much higher to climb.
Well, we saw that early Buhler lead 8-1, and Wellington had the answer. Let's see if the Buhler Crusaders can answer this little bit of separation so far.
7-1 run for Wellington. Ella Voss back on the floor. Claudia Taylor far side into Ella. Pull up in that lane short.
I like the look.
Got to finish. Wellington the other way. Here comes Druzicka inside. Lost it out of bounds. Got too deep along the baseline.
And any time we have an empty possession, we just have to double down that much more and know, hey, we got to force an empty possession at the other end.
And Claudia did a great job of cutting off that baseline and then left the Wellington Crusader nowhere to go.
Ella with the right-handed dribble across the timeline. Crosses over. Plays it to Baxter. Baxter over here left side. Got tangled up. Tried to force it to Natty. Somehow Gracie came up with it. Jumper, no. Rebound Wellington.
Rats. Buhler had back-to-back.
Now a steal. Gracie came up with it to Ella in that lane. Missed again. Boy, we just cannot make a basket.
That got tipped. I think Ella wanted a foul on it.
Norwood leaks it out to Zika in the corner, a three.
Third tray for her of the day, first of the second half, and all of a sudden it's a 10-point lead. What Buhler's got to do, get the offense going. No more empty possessions.
Got to score.
Yeah, this is what Wellington does to people.
Gracie Orr driving in the lane. They're going to call a foul on the floor on Wellington.
Little hand check on Drew Zika.
That'll be her third. Yeah. Crusader basketball brought to you in part by Allen Samuels, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, by Wade Van Insurance, by Hutch Rec, and by Hutchinson Community College. Well, this has not been a kind first 3 minutes of this quarter as Buhler is yet to record a field goal. Here's Gracie on a three. That missed. And Wellington with another rebound. They've stretched a 1-point halftime lead to 10. And inside, two more for Britt Zika. The lead goes to 12. And Buhler's in trouble right now. They've got to find a way to score. Natty trapped in the corner.
Rats.
Turned it over. Norwood up the far side of the floor. Inside, blocked by Crafels, but a foul. Well, we didn't think that Wellington was going to shoot from under 20% forever, did we?
No.
We have not been able. We've had a lot of good looks, just no connections. So the foul on Crafels, her first. Norwood at the line and stretches it to 13. It is going to take a lot of climbing to come back from this.
Yeah, and we have had a lot of little missed opportunities that didn't quite go our way, but you know what kind of teams take advantage of those and make you pay? Teams that only have one loss, and it's the number one team in 5A.
Sewell and Lackey in. Crafels and Ord go out as Norwood misses the second.
First miss and quite a few tries for Norwood.
31-18. Lead is 13. Buhler on oxygen right now, needing a basket, and instead they get another turnover.
Yeah, Naya was over there up against Norwood and unfortunately just lost the handle along the far sideline.
Well, Wellington's on-ball defense is unreal. They are very, very, very good at that, making other teams be uncomfortable.
Wellington with the ball in a double-digit lead.
Buhler in a 2-3 zone.
Norwood far side circle. Ball tipped in the lane, saved by Wellington. Zika, right side Cornejo. She'll get inside, up top, another three. In and out, no good. Missed by Britt Zika. Rebound Charlie Baxter.
Good job by Charlie clearing the glass. Let's use it at the other end.
Up the floor, Ella, long pass into Sammy. In position inside, but got too deep onto the bucket. Hit it off the bottom of the iron. And a rebound for Wellington. Yet another empty possession. Buhler's only point, a free throw so far in this third quarter. They have continued to struggle. Wellington, on the other hand, has gotten hot. There's Norwood inside. They're going to call a charge! Taken by Sammy Brooks!
Great job by Sandy, just standing in front of the locomotive that Val Norwood is.
Here come Ord and Crafels back into the lineup. Lillian Horn will also come back in. Lillian did not see time yesterday, so this is her first appearance in the tournament. They have got to find a way to score. Here's Gracie out front with it.
Good look.
Horn on a three, left side, missed. Rebound Wellington. Unbelievable.
Can't be mad at the looks we're getting.
Yeah, Buhler 5 minutes deep, yet without a field goal.
Three short. Drew Zika got her own rebound, put back, missed. Rebound loose, picked up by Lily Horn. Here comes Naya. Make that to Ella up the floor. Sammy lost her footing inside and traveled.
Unfortunately, the well has just been dry for Buhler offensively this quarter. They tried to get a run out that time, but unfortunately, like you said, Sammy just lost her footing. So an opportunity to try to get some points fell short.
2:44 to go in a very dry quarter for Buhler. Wellington with the ball. Goodrum traveled. And, I say Wellington's gotten hot. It's not so much that as Buhler's offense has just not been able to produce any points.
Yeah, and this is the time, you can't panic. You just got to keep going to it. And like Chris said yesterday, keep going to the well and eventually you'll find water. It's just been a tough stretch here.
Voss will bring it across the timeline. Working at far side of the floor. Here's Brooks. Off to Gracie, left side. Lillian out front to Ella. Ball poked away. Off the hand of Vivian Wright of Wellington. It'll stay with Buhler out of bounds far side. Horn, Brooks, Krafels, Voss, and Ord. Gracie with just 4 points in the game. That came very early in the first quarter.
Yeah, she hasn't scored this quarter.
There's not many
like everybody
points
else,
to go around for Buhler.
Here's Horn, far side.
They read that too.
Try to pass into Natty. They're going to call a tie-up, and it's going to be Wellington ball.
Well, if the offense isn't working, you got to make stuff happen at the defensive end. There's still some time to try to whittle away a little bit here before the quarter break.
Buhler had 9 turnovers at halftime. So how many do they have now? There's a block by Sammy Brooks.
Oh, wow.
Wendy Barton got rejected.
They're going to say off Wellington, so Buhler starts at the defensive end. Let's see if we can gin up some offense.
So that, Sammy's giving you a little preview of spring sports for her there. Playing goalie, only went back and made the play.
Voss out, Baxter back in. Buhler 9 turnovers in the first half. They've got 6 here in the third quarter. That is 5 more than they have points. There's another miss. Natty left it short from the elbow. Buhler could go the entire third quarter without a field goal with just 90 seconds to play here. And the ball poked away, stolen away by Gracie Ord. Here's Baxter on a 3. That's blocked out of bounds. And off Wellington.
So we'll get the inbound try underneath. See what our best inbound play is here to try to get something going. Hopefully get Natalia the ball inside.
Wellington has outscored Buhler in the quarter 13-1. Gracie to play it in. Here's Krafels. One-on-one against her defender. Now doubled up down low. Looking for some space. Finds Lillian out top for an open 3. No, another missed field goal. Wow. Here comes Wellington. They get back so quick. Shot inside. Shot missed by Gregory. Out of bounds. And last touched by who? I believe Buhler.
Yep, they're going to keep it with Wellington, but Charlie Baxter doing a nice job defending down underneath on Gregory.
Elevator, Gracie, elevator, Gracie.
Wellington to play it in. A minute to go in this quarter. Baseline jumper is short. Rebound in the lane by Naya. Buhler the other way, and they turn it over. Nope. Wellington deflected it.
Yep.
Kylan Gregory poked it away from Natty Krafels. Crusaders will keep it. Still looking for their first basket of the quarter. Gracie to play it in to Krafels. In traffic, off to Ord. Here's Sewell out front. Gracie, step through, shot up, shot missed, but a foul. So they'll have a chance to get points here. It's going to be Gracie Ord at the line.
You know, when you're cold, one of the things you can do to kind of not get so cold, get to the line. Holy smokes.
Ord, first free throw missed.
That's Lindy Barton's third foul, so she becomes the second Wellington starter to hit 3 fouls. They'll get Drew Zika out of there. They don't want her picking up 4 here right at the end of the quarter.
23 games is a long time, but there's no way Buhler's had a quarter this year before now where they've only scored 1 point. Make it 2 with a free throw by Gracie Orr. 31-19. 12-point game, 38 seconds to go in the quarter.
Wellington's going to hold for the last shot here with no shot clock.
No field goals in the third 8 minutes for Buhler. Now a foul.
They're going to hit Lily Horn with it.
They're going to call that a shooting foul. Come on.
Zika, with all she's done today, she has not attempted a free throw up until this point.
And Zika's free throw miss. I tell you what, if that was a shooting foul, I'm the Easter Bunny.
I'm going to remember that when you show up on my front doorstep with the basket in a month and a half.
Made the second after she missed the first. First foul on Lily Horn. 32-19. 13-point game once again. 20 seconds to go in the quarter. Here's Gracie Orr.
Let's see if we can get to single digits before the quarter. Horn.
Maddie inside, fouled from behind by Britt Zika. That's her third.
Big one.
Team fifth.
And even more important than that fifth, 3 starters for Wellington with 3 fouls.
I would love to see us take advantage of that and get some people in trouble and get to the line in the fourth quarter a lot.
Maddie missed the first free throw. So the stats here in the arena have Buhler 0 for 10 from the field in the quarter. Wellington 5 of 11. So they're under 50% too. It's not like they've set the world on fire. Oh, Maddie missed them both. Three-pointers short by Wellington. Norwood with a rebound.
Oh,
wow.
Shot back up and a foul shot good.
Tough break for Buhler there.
As time expires,
there has not been
on the third quarter clock.
There hasn't been a single and one this game up until that one right there.
Officials are huddling to discuss this. They are going to give Norwood the free throw.
Yeah, I think they just wanted to make sure that there was time on the clock for all that to happen, and I think there was. Or if they're going to say there's a little bit more time on the clock and make everybody go down there for the rebound. Yep.
A disastrous third quarter here for our Lady Crusaders. They're going to have some work to do in the fourth. Val Norwood on the free throw. And it's in and out, no good. Rebound Buhler, and that'll get us to the end of the third. Well, maybe the third quarter being over. Big good luck charm. Buhler's got some work to do. 8 minutes to play if they're going to play for a title. Down 15, 34-19. Back after this. State semifinals on HKFM.
Even trying to enjoy a fun event can be difficult after the loss of a loved one. Unanswered questions, feelings of stress and grief are only natural. As the owner and director of Inman Funeral Home, I bring over 25 years of experience bringing comfort and empathy during time of loss. Rely on me to guide you through all aspects of planning a funeral service with compassion, dignity, and respect. I'm Athena Johnson with Inman Funeral Home. Find me at inmanfh.com.
Got a tough to-do list? Tackle it with an even tougher Can-Am Defender. AgriCenter has just the one for you. This capable and clever side-by-side for work gets the job done. With a class-leading 69 foot-pounds of torque and up to 2,500 pounds towing capacity. Come see us in Hutchinson and Salina to learn more about the 2025 Can-Am Defender HD10. No matter the task, no matter the terrain, you can rely on the Can-Am Defender. So head on down to AgriCenter, just named 2023 National Dealer of the Year in Hutchinson and Salina.
95.9 HKFM.
No field goals in the third for the Lady Crusaders, who find themselves down 15 going into the final 8 minutes. Do they have one more run in them?
Gonna have to get something going. One of the pass, getting Wellington in foul trouble.
And they start with a turnover.
Well, I think Wellington knew exactly what Buhler was wanting to try to do to get going, and they read it and got the steal.
There's foul Norwood. Wellington up 15. Floater in the lane.
Oh.
Miss, but a blocking foul called on Charlie Baxter.
I feel bad for Charlie because that's about the third time today where she's been in great position and she doesn't get the benefit of the doubt on the call. Bummer.
Norwood has just lived at the free throw line today.
Val Norwood back at the line to try and extend this lead, and she does. Second semifinal comes up later tonight on the girls' side. That'll be Miege and Hayden.
Should be a good one.
Second boys semifinal is following our game with Rock Creek and Andale. And Val Norwood makes the second free throw. 36-19. Lead is 17. It continues to grow as Buhler continues to be without a field goal here in this second half. Natalia's got it, left side circle. Loser will not have much time to get ready for the third place game tomorrow. Here's Natty Cray inside off the window. Finally a basket!
Good catch, turn and shoot there for Natalia.
And on the game clock, that was still not as long of a stretch as McPherson and Ottawa had without a basket in the final minutes of that one.
Floater inside, missed by Britt Zika. Well, your first goal, get it to single digits.
Yes.
Yep. Chip away, chip away.
Here's Natty on a three, right side, short. Wellington with a rebound, Norwood. Up the floor, Britt Zika. Through traffic, far side, Drew Zika. Long three, short. Rebound, Natalia Crafels. Claudia Taylor, far side, Ord. Gracie inside, off the window. Rattles it in there for two, and a timeout by Coach Darrow.
I like what I'm seeing. We've got to score quick in the possessions to try to chip away.
36-23, they've cut it to 12. With 6:21 to play. Our coverage part of the Healthy Blue Kansas Road to a Championship presented by Thrive Allen County. Buhler Crusader basketball brought to you by Apple Lane Animal Hospital, Plaza Astor Realty, by Phoenix Restoration, and by the Bradbury Company. 30-second timeout on HKFM.
A small home remodel or need repairs done or have a brand new build project in mind, Erickson Custom Building is your choice. All of us at Erickson Custom Building would like to thank our customers for 20 years of business and friendship. Brian and the crew at Erickson have spent those years developing excellent customer service and quality leadership for all types of projects, big or small, traditional or trendy. When your project is finished, it will reflect your vision for quality and follow-through that exceeds your expectations, not your budget. Call Erickson Custom Building or find us on the web at ericksoncustombldg.com.
95.9 HKFM.
6 minutes, 21 seconds to play. Wellington trying to get to just their second ever state title game. Buhler would like to get there for the 10th time. And first time since 05. They are 9-4 all time in this semifinal round.
So not quite as dominant as the 14-3 that Buhler is all time in the first round, but still impressive.
How about Miege tonight? They're playing in their 40th semifinal game. It's a deflection on the inbound.
The one-man press, Ella Voss.
Ella Voss almost had a steal. Well, I just turned her loose now.
Yep.
Wreak havoc, Ella.
Timeout by Wellington.
So now Wellington wants a quick timeout. We'll step aside as well. Back in 30 seconds on HKFM.
This is Annette with Annette KF Insurance. Inflation is hitting us hard, so it's a good time to review the cost and coverage of your auto and homeowners insurance. As an independent agent, I represent Goodville Mutual and several other fine companies. Stop by Annette Epp Insurance in Hutchinson at 2500 North Main, Suite E, or call 620-662-4900.
95.9 HKFM.
We're talking about Ella Voss's defense before that timeout. I'm really glad that I don't have Voss and Boss today.
Yes. Yeah, that was confusing yesterday.
Wellington to play it in. 6:19 to go. 36-23. Got to get stops. Quick shots. Here's Britt Zika far side with a right-handed dribble. Norwood on the opposite wing. Wellington, I think, is not going to be in a hurry here.
They're going to try to ISO this situation.
Inside, shot good for Lindy Barton.
Heck of a play. Wellington said, don't panic, we got to play for you, Buhler. And
there's Brooks in the lane the other way.
Good luck.
Somehow sneaks it to Natty. Oh, that's the theme of the night.
Yeah.
Perfect look, perfect shot, and it just would not go in.
Basketball is one of those games that's tough when the shots just aren't falling.
And you can do everything right, and sometimes it still doesn't happen. There's Genelaki. Baseline, and draws contact to the foul on Val Norwood. I said this yesterday, Wellington doesn't mind picking up some fouls.
No. Now 4 of their 5 starters have 3 fouls.
Ward to play it in. Quick out on the right side circle to Nia Sewell. Sewell off the screen. Voss, she'll ratchet up a 3, in and out, no good. Natty skying over everybody. Rebound again. Perfect position and too strong. Here comes Norwood into Zika. Missed, but a foul.
I think they're going to hit either Voss or Krafels with the foul. Genelaki, I guess wrong. Good thing is that's just Jenna's first.
And so it puts Lindy Barton at the line. This is her first trip to the stripe. She misses the first free throw. Crusader basketball brought to you by Stamatic of Central Kansas, by I Need a Cleaners, by the Redinger Agency, and by Holly's Sweet Treats. Both free throws missed by Barton. This incredible run by Wellington, 91-7 over 4 years. That's just insane.
You think they want another shot at Bishop Miege tomorrow?
Well, don't overlook Topeka Hayden.
Yeah.
As Buhler turns it over again.
That game, of course, has not been played yet, so.
Lost it out of bounds, coming up the floor.
I'm only speaking in hypotheticals.
Hayden's got size.
Yep.
Here is Zika. And traveling in the lane on Wellington as Brett Zika tried to feed it to Cruz Cornejo. And the thing about Hayden Miege, they both play bigger competition all year long. They have tough schedules.
They play 5As and 6As pretty much night in and night out.
There's Ord. She'll launch a 3 short. Still just 2 field goals in this second half. Rebound Wellington. Here comes Goodrum. Nia tried to block the shot. Goodrum able to shoot it up and in over. And it's near desperation time now. 16-point lead halfway through the quarter. If they don't start scoring in a hurry.
Yeah.
The interesting thing, the lowest point total that Wellington had been held to this season was clear back on the 14th of December when Cheney held them to 45 points. So,
and the lowest they held somebody.
Well, you know, they only scored 52 yesterday. If we were having a normal night, we'd be, this game would be right there. There's Natty in the lane. Gets a touch off the glass that time and in. Natty's in double figures with 11.
If you're wondering, as I was saying, sorry, if you're wondering, the lowest point total that Wellington has held somebody was 6 for collegiate. So we're well above that, at least, Buhler.
Yeah. If you'd have asked me before the game with 4 minutes to go if Wellington only had 40 points, I'd tell you that's fantastic.
Yeah, I like our chances.
But you can't score 25. Buhler's lowest point total this year, 33. That was very early in the year and a loss at home to Hutchinson. Continuing coverage of our Healthy Blue Kansas Road to a Championship presented by Thrive Allen County. Games today across the Ad-Astra Radio Sports Network. Find our complete schedule on the broadcast booth page at adastraradio.com. Here at West, Chris Shank, Andrew Epp with you from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth. And we had 14 teams in the mix today. Good news is they all 14 get to play again tomorrow.
Yep, just trying to punch their tickets to the title game. But the neat thing in Kansas, even if you lose in the semis, you still get one more chance of redemption in that third place game.
Well, it will be an Ark Valley Chisholm Trail team on the top side of the bracket who represents in the state title game tomorrow. We'll also have a private school in the title game. Either Miege or Hayden from the Northeast. Here is Norwood. Step through the lane and gets it to fall.
She's pretty good at that. Pretty good at that.
42-25. Lead is 17. 3:47 to go. Maddie Cray falls down in the lane with the ball loose. Picked up by Tori Tustin. And ball poked away. Ella Voss will chase it down in backcourt. Here's Tustin. Tori spin move off to Ella. Long three. Swishes in there for Ella Voss. Well, no matter what happens, this has been a grow-up tournament for Ella Voss. We've seen her take, just a sophomore, take a huge leap.
No doubt.
And I'm very much wanting to see a full season of Ella injury-free and not having to play with that mask.
Yeah, that's something that just shooting-wise, you got that face mask, it's going to alter your shot. But Ella's such a tough customer, bust her hump at both ends of the floor. Good to see her get that tray right there.
Coverage Health Crusader Basketball brought to you by Hutchinson Family Dental, by Crumpf Lumber, by Rise Up Reno Prevention Network, and by Hutch Towing and Recovery.
Guys, looking at the schedule from Wellington earlier, they held 7 different teams to 20 points or less this season. That is a crazy stat.
Hence why their opponents have only scored 25.3 on the season.
I mean, it's crazy.
Pull up baseline jumper, good by Vivian Wright.
First points for the tall freshman.
42, making 44-28. Charlie Baxter gets her first bucket. Inside with a two-pointer. 2:57 to go. 44-30. Wellington here. How about that stat I told you in the pregame? This is head coach Eric Adams' 12th season at the helm at Wellington. Wellington has 8 trips to the state tournament. He's got all of them.
Wow.
Norwood poked away, loose on the deck, a scrap for it. Gracie Ord's got it. Tries to sneak it to Voss, knocked loose again. Now Natty's tied up with it, and they'll finally call the jump ball. It'll be Wellington ball. In the history, in the history of Wellington High School, they'd never been to a state tournament till Eric Adams came to town.
And girls basketball in the state of Kansas has been happening since the early to mid 1970s.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mom.
Longer than we've all been alive.
Here's Britt Zika off to Val Norwood. Back to Zika. Norwood, 2:11 to play. Drew Zika on a 3, missed back iron. Well, Buhler's come back to life. They've scored 11 points in this quarter.
You just knocked that third quarter out of here, and this is a...
They've actually outscored Wellington in the quarter by 1.
Yeah, I mean, woulda, coulda, shoulda, but like I said, Wellington is the exact type of team that's going to make you pay for a bad quarter here or there.
Ball went out of bounds after that 3. It'll be Buhler ball. So we've got Voss, Sewell, Horn, Ord, and Krafels, the 5 on the floor. Here's Horn with it, left side. Lillian, shot blocked from behind. That's really the first time in the game we've seen that. We talked about Wellington, those shot blockers. Zika got that one from behind.
Yeah, they blocked a ton of Andils yesterday. Haven't done as many from behind today against Buhler.
And timeout of Wellington. Full timeout of the floor. We'll step aside as well. 44-30, 141 left. Back in 60 seconds on HKFM.
Hi, this is Jen Stallman with the Buhler Booster Club. The Booster Club supports all student activities and athletics at Buhler High School. Be sure to follow the Crusader Closet and Booster Club on Facebook for events and new Crusader apparel arrivals. We are excited to be able to accept credit card payments at our concession stands this year. Buhler Booster Club is grateful for the continued support from our generous donors.
Hi, it's Aaron West, voice of the Crusaders. Ad Astra Radio is a proud Buhler Booster Club member.
This message brought to you by your friends at Red Rock Auto Center in South Hutchinson. Our kids are a tremendous gift. Never forget that they are watching you. Setting the right example for them as they grow up is critical. Make time for them. Take them fishing. Go to their games and invest in their future. For all your service needs, you can find Red Rock Auto Center at 200 North Main Street in South Hutchinson, or visit us at redrockautocenter.com. Red Rock Auto Center. We're here when you need us.
95.9 HKFM.
Well, Wellington's going to win this, but let me say this, Buhler fans, don't you give up on these kids. Come back tomorrow.
Yep.
And
have the unique opportunity to get to end the season with a win. Only 2 teams in every classification get that chance.
Wellington running some clock here. There's a 3 in the corner, missed by Cruz Cornejo. Rebound, Val Norwood. Put back missed. Rebound, put back good by Lindy Barton.
Barton now with 6 points, all of them coming in the second half. Lead back out to 16.
46-30. Natty inside, blocked. Loose, taken by Naya. In the corner to Lillian for a 3, missed. Rebound, Wellington. Wellington is back to the title game when they lost a fourth quarter comeback last year by Bishop Miege. Will it be a rematch? Only time will tell. Ryan Gotti waiting to check in for Buhler.
And Sydney Quint will see her first state tournament action here as the 2 seniors.
Seniors come out.
Gracie Ord and Talia Krafels, the last 2 seniors that were on the floor.
So in that other semifinal, the last of the Verholst girls, I believe it's the last, is a senior, Kirsten. And of course, deep Buhler ties for that family. Mom Robin Baker, who she had some success at the state tournament, I think.
No doubt. Played at Duke.
Of course, Buhler famed head coach Jim Baker. So Wellington is going to win this as they'll dribble out their final seconds. 46-30. Buhler only outscored in the quarter by 1, 12-11. A tough 5th loss on the season for our Lady Crusaders. And they'll have a short time to turn around and play in the 3rd place game tomorrow, which will happen here in Salina at 2 o'clock. I mean, this one's going to sting for a while. Eventually it'll set in. Hey, kids. Hey, team, we have a chance to go finish with a win. But you're going to have to dig down to find something a little extra deep tomorrow.
Well, that 3rd place game is all about 1-2. And you guys have been around high school basketball in Kansas long enough. You see that 3rd place game, some teams, when they show up, you can tell don't want to be there. I feel like with our 5 senior girls, they're going to want to go out with a bang. And I have no doubt that they're going to show up, wanting to play hard, and try to get that trophy for 3rd tomorrow.
And, you know, depending on who we play, Coach Darrow might have a little extra incentive.
No doubt, going against his possible old school.
For 3 quarters tonight, this was a 2-point game.
Yeah, absolutely.
That third 8-minute period where Buhler did not score a field goal.
That was the difference.
Ends up being the huge difference in the game. You don't need to look at any of the other stats.
Yeah.
That's it. 46-30 is the final. Wellington to 23-1 on the year. They will play tomorrow in the 4A state championship game here in Salina at 6:15. We already know that the McPherson boys, who won in double overtime, will be in the boys state title game at 4 o'clock. Buhler will play for third at 2 against the loser of Topeka Hayden and Bishop Miege. That'll be the late game tonight here at the arena. 46-30, your final. Our Rise Up Reno postgame begins after this on HKFM.
Stay tuned for the Rise Up Reno postgame show. Rise Up Reno, streaming online at adastraradio.com and on the Ad Astra Radio app. 95.9 HKFM. The Buhler Crusaders play here.
Manufacturing facilities, warehouses, oil, fuel and water storage, grain elevators, product makers, rooftops, HVAC containment, refineries, garages, and more rely on the quality and integrity of WIFCO products. Go to WIFCOSP.com for more. WIFCO Steel Products, the experts in steel fabrication.
A lot has changed in the past 60-plus years, but Dick's Phillips 66 has been there through it all to keep you on the road. Hi, this is Janet Dick, inviting you to stop by our locally owned station on East 4th and Hutch. Every journey begins with a stop at Dick's Phillips 66, 4th and Stevens in Hutch.
Are you looking for a place that provides excellent care for you or a loved one? Pleasant Hills of Hutchinson is a beautiful Home Plus that provides all levels of care. With Home Plus, you get more individualized care with the comforts of home. The private bedrooms and bathrooms are large and include walk-in closets and shower. In addition, there are many common spaces, and the outdoor patios are great for viewing wildlife. Go to pleasant-hills.com to discover the Home Plus advantage or call for a tour today.
Farmers and ranchers deal with many variables: weather, markets, fuel prices, you name it. Hi, this is Lucas Sawyer, Executive Vice President with the Prairie Bank of Kansas. One thing that will never vary is our commitment to the farmers and ranchers of Central Kansas. We've been here for ag lending since our founding in 1886. Stop by and see us at our Stafford, Buhler, Inman, or Hutchinson branches today, or check out prairiebankks.com. Member FDIC, Prairie Bank of Kansas, how banking should be.
The Bradbury Company, headquartered in Mound Ridge, is a family-owned custom equipment builder, now hiring qualified candidates for manufacturing roles. Apply online at bradburygroup.com/careers. The Bradbury Company. We build machines, we sell solutions.
At Hutchinson Community College, our online education department enables you to take classes anytime from anywhere. Flexible, affordable, and designed to fit your schedule. HutchCC's online education could be the answer for you. Email info@hutchcc.edu for more information.
95.9 HKFM.
Well, back here on our Rise Up Reno post-game, Crusader basketball. Brought to you this season in part by Pleasant Hills, by Midway Motors, by Sunflower Electric Supply, and by H&R Block. Have no doubt some big emotions in that locker room right now as they played a whale of a first half. I thought defensively they did a lot of good things today. Made a Wellington team that is normally high-octane labor to score and finishes with a season low in points.
Yeah.
Some good stuff there.
Yeah, I tell you, probably we didn't talk to the Wellington guys, but I guarantee you the 18 points we held them to at the half was probably the worst half scoring that Wellington had this entire season. But that third quarter was where the ticket got punched for Wellington as they were able to get separation from Buhler as we go the entire quarter without a field goal. Tough to overcome that.
Yeah, and it wasn't that we didn't have some good looks in that quarter. I can think of 2 or 3 that, I mean, Natty Crafels is money. I'd put money down on Natty inside with position time after time after time. And ball just didn't go in.
Yeah. Tough shooting night. You know, Crafels had 7 points in the first half, finishes the game with 11. And, that third quarter, just tough to overcome that quarter that Buhler had there.
Turnovers stayed pretty even for the game. They did get some separation in the rebounding in the second half, which helped them. Well, and the crazy thing, Wellington's field goal percentage in the first half, we held them to under 14%, but then they had that big second half, shot almost 50% in the second half, compared to our field goal percentage dropped from 25% to 22% in the second half. Well, give Wellington some credit. I tell you what, I said it yesterday. Win a championship, it has to start on the defensive end. And they're as good as anybody defensively. Yeah, I mean, we didn't get really any open looks to speak of pretty much the whole game. Most shots were contested. They did a really good job if we did get the ball down low of just pushing our posts down underneath. Think about how many times that happened today where we did get it down low, but they basically worked it to where by the time our posts caught it down low, they were out of position to actually have a good shot attempt. But yeah, Coach Adams, he's a heck of a coach. There's a reason that they're 22-1 and have the gaudy stats that they do. And for the sake of the ABCTL and the public schools, Wellington. Yes, we'll be rooting hard for them tomorrow as they try to get their first state title in school history. Well, a rough finish here today. Love our kids. Gosh darn, do we love them. And at least we get one more game with those seniors, Aaron. One more. What a year, and let's go finish it strong. Get out of this thing with a win. That would feel a lot better than it does right now. Yep, because in every classification, there's only 2 schools that end the season with a win, the state champion and the third place winner. So hopefully we can be one of those 2 schools in 4A girls tomorrow against the loser of this Miege and Hayden game. It's been a super busy day on the Ad Astra Radio Sports Network. Just final in boys Division II. Cunningham comes from behind to beat Elyria Christian 79-69. There were 3 players in that game with 30 points or more. Luke Albers led the way with 32. I would have liked to borrow some of that. Yes, no kidding. No kidding. Crazy finish there. Mound Ridge girls will match their boys and play for a 2A state title tomorrow as they beat Inman 46-26. The final there, and Olpe beat Central Plains in 1A Division I boys 44-34. Heston in 3A boys over Galena 60-42. So congrats to the Swather boys as they punched their ticket to the 3A state title tomorrow at the Sports Arena. A lot of finals, more games to come tonight. And we'll come back, final thoughts, and Andrew will have final stats. That's next here on our Rise Up Reno postgame on HKFM.
The Rise Up Reno postgame show. Rise Up Reno Prevention Network, promoting healthy youth behaviors and strengthening families. The Buhler Crusaders play on 95.9 HKFM.
Water's Edge Restaurant and Catering has your cravings covered morning, noon, and Thursday nights in Heston, open Tuesday through Sunday. Join them for an all-day breakfast, classic comfort food favorites, or daily lunch specials featuring a wide and unique variety. Thursday nights come in for theme nights like the famous fried chicken, waffles, burgers, Mexican or Italian, and ask about catering options. Find them online at watersedgeheston.com for menu and catering options.
Sunflower Electric Supply in Hutchinson has been a family-owned and operated business since 1950 and a 4th-generation company. In today's world, that's unheard of. Keep your dollars in your community and choose us over the national chains. We have a large selection of Milwaukee, Klein, and Greenlee hand and power tools in stock. Our knowledgeable staff has years of electrical experience, unlike what you'll find at the big stores, someone just filling in from the lawn and garden department. Visit us in Hutchinson, Great Bend, or Liberal today.
Best thing about my job is working with young kids. The relationships that I get to establish and the smiles that we get to create.
I love being a dentist because lots of times people come in, they're nervous, scared, but being able to help them and change their smile, and it's just really rewarding to be able to be a part of that.
We'd love to see you at any of our locations. Big smiles and little places.
McPherson Dental in Buhler, Inman, Hillsboro, McPherson, and Lyons, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch.
At People's Bank and Trust, we value our customers. We know you have plenty of choices for your mortgage loans, but we think we have what you're looking for: relationship banking. And if you're considering refinancing or purchasing a new home, check our competitive rates before you make that change. Your payments will be made at home, and you'll receive good personalized service. That's how we've established many long-lasting relationships. Make a change, know your lender, and make your payments at home with People's Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
95.9 HKFM.
Well, back here in Salina, one final time, our Wifco Steel Products Player of the Game, brought to you every night during the season by Wifco Steel Products, the expert in steel fabrication. Hard not to go with Natalia Krafels. Led the team in scoring. 11 points, 9 rebounds. She had 5 field goals. That's one fewer than the rest of the team had combined.
Yep. Led the team in minutes this, or was second highest in minutes. The 9 boards she had, big boards, and just a tough kid and somebody that's really helped advance Buhler to this semifinal game just throughout the course of the entire season.
She's got fantastic footwork. I know she's on the fence about what she wants to do next year. Selfishly, I'd like to watch her play some more.
At Sterling?
But, hey, that'd be great.
Please.
It's not far away, but certainly whatever she decides to do.
I want to see her with Gracie still.
She'll be great at it.
No doubt.
She's just that kind of kid. So,
looking forward to watching her on the soccer pitch this year. She's got one more season for Buhler High for sports.
Yeah, absolutely. So Natalia Krafels, our Wifco Steel Products Player of the Game. We'll throw it to Andrew for some final stats. Tonight's final fill-up brought to you by Dick's Phillips 66. Every journey begins with a stop at Dick's Phillips 66. Andrew?
Well, Wellington is the real deal. They won this game 46-30. Buhler hung with them for a while. The lead was just 1 at half, but that big-time third quarter defensively from Wellington made the separation be what it was. And the Wellington Crusaders had 40 total rebounds, 10 of those offensive. Buhler had 34 rebounds with 8 offensive. Turnovers were pretty close despite that big mismatch in the first quarter. The first quarter turnovers, Buhler had 7, Wellington had 0, and it ended up being 18 for Buhler and Wellington 14. But from the free throw line, Buhler struggled as well. 6 for 14, that's 43%. Wellington 10 for 17 for 59%. And then Buhler from beyond the three-point line, 2 for 13, which is just 15%. Wellington 6 for 23, which is 23%. And points in the paint, 16 for Buhler. It's over half, but Buhler only ended up having 30 points total. 8 of their 16 points in the paint were in the fourth quarter. Natalia Krafels, as we mentioned, 11 points, 9 rebounds. She earns Player of the Game. Gracie Ord, 7 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists and 3 steals. Ella Voss, 7 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists and a steal. Charlie Baxter, 2 points, 6 rebounds. Sammy Brooks, 2 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, and a charge taken. Claudia Taylor, no points, but she had 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. Naya Sewell, no points, 6 rebounds for Naya, along with 1 assist, 1 steal. Tori Tushchin, no points, but she had an assist. Ryan Gotti had 1 point, did I say that? Sydney Quint, Jenna Lackey also got in, didn't have any stats recordable for me. So that's your semifinal game. And as we said, Buhler will get one more crack at ending this season with a win tomorrow. We'll see who they play. But 46 for Wellington, 30 for Buhler. That's your final.
All right, again, the final stats brought to you by Dick's Phillips 66, 4th and Stevens in Hutch. Before we get out of here, final thoughts from Coach. Well, for 3 quarters of basketball, Coach, it was a 2-point game.
Absolutely.
That third quarter, our girls could play 20 more games and would not have another quarter like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and that's what, we talk about is, I think, the whole mentality coming into this is what we wore on the shirts this year. I mean, it was nothing easy. Nothing this season has been easy for us, that whole process of coming through. And credit to Wellington. I mean, extremely talented team, played very well tonight. Coach Adams does a great job with his kids. But that margin that I think everybody thought was very large and was talking about how this team is unbeatable and going to roll through state, I didn't see that tonight. And I love the fight from our kids, and that margin is getting slimmer and slimmer, and that's what we focus on is those 3.5 quarters, really that little stretch there in the third that separated, which credit to their kids. But I loved our fight tonight.
And I would have, if you'd have told me we held them under 50 points,
yep,
I would have liked our odds.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, and I thought shot selection was good. The shot chart looked good. They were just red. Not a lot of them fell tonight. And, there's going to be nights that happens, and we pick it up on the defensive end. And credit to them, they make that very difficult when they space the floor the way they do, and they can attack well downhill. And we got our chances at the free throw line. I think we shot 14, just didn't finish very many of them. So got to take advantage of those. Biggest thing from our kids is you're playing for a trophy tomorrow. You got to bounce back from this one. You got to learn from it, wash it out, be ready to go tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. And that third place game is, a lot of times it comes down to just want to.
Yeah.
Because it's not obviously the game you wanted to be in. So you kind of got to dig down and find a little something extra.
Sure, and it's the game that nobody had us in. So, I've heard all the talk about how the sub-state was too easy and weren't supposed to be here and all that. And you can't take anything away from these kids, from their fight. And it was always there tonight, the fight was. And for our seniors, we talk about how do you want to leave your legacy, and that's what they're going to do tomorrow. We're going to have them ready to go as a good walkthrough in the morning, and they'll bounce back, and we'll be ready for a good fight, whoever we get.
Well, I always think, you could say our sub-state was easy, but there's a reason why there were 2 teams out of our league in the Final Four.
Sure.
That's because you better bring it every night.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the ABCTL is no joke, and that's great that we get that kind of competition. It's great that we're in the SIT, that we get that Hutch game early, we can get to play Heston. All those things add up and give you the experience to get into the games that we're in right now that most people would love to be in your situation playing for a third-place trophy.
Yeah, well, we'll get to play one more tomorrow, final send-off for our seniors.
Yeah.
So, all right, Coach, do you, after tomorrow, do you give yourself a little bit of break before you start digging back in, or are you already thinking about season's over, after tomorrow, I'm jumping right back into next year?
Yeah, I don't think you have time to be down about it. The hard part is you don't want to move on from what these kids did. And these seniors are going to get their love, and they have all season. And once you're a part of the family that we are, you're always going to have those connections. So it's hard because you don't want to move on from those kids because you love this group so much like I do. But we're already peeking into the future, and I love what we got. I love the balance in our roster. You look at that JV team was 15-3 this year. Our combo group between freshmen and a couple sophomores was 19-1. We're not going away. We're going to stay hungry. We're going to grind in the offseason, and we want to be right back here.
I think it's pretty much true of any sport anymore that a lot of the work to be ready is done in the summer.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. Yep, you have to do your work in the dark. You got to get into the gym and grind, and that's what we're going to do. And this team, we got a lot of kids that fight, and we got some great returning kids coming back.
Well, let's go finish with a dub, huh?
Yes, sir.
Coach, appreciate you.
Thank you.
And be safe. Heard it's not nice outside, so be safe going home.
We will. You too.
All right. It's going to wrap it up. Final coverage here from semifinal Friday at 4A Salina, the Tony's Pizza Event Center. I'm pretty broken for our kids right now.
Yeah.
But,
I'll tell you what, those girls, I think if that circle game wasn't as tough and grinding as it was, I don't know quite if they would have been able to handle yesterday as well as they did. So it's kind of a blessing to have 2 5-point wins in a row. I think that helped boost us into this Final Four, and then just faced a brick wall in 1 quarter of action against the #1 team in the state. The team has been #1 all year long. Nothing to hang your head about, but man, how close it is, it's pretty tough.
all right, stay tuned for continuing coverage of our Healthy Blue Kansas Road to a Championship presented by Thrive Allen County. Games across the Ad Astra Radio Sports Network. You can find schedules and live streaming on the broadcast booth page at adastraradio.com. Also want to say good luck to our Sterling Lady Warriors. They are in the opening round of the NAIA tournament. They just tipped off a few minutes ago from deep down in Tennessee. And good luck to Coach Bassett and that crew. Hopefully little Lonnie Cruz magic. His granddaughter's on the floor, so.
Yep.
Maybe
all the way clear down in McKenzie, Tennessee. Hopefully the Lady Warriors can survive and advance to the NAIA Nationals.
Yeah. They've got it in them. Tune in over on 100.3 FM for that game. Gentlemen, thank you. As always.
Absolutely.
We'll see you at 2 o'clock tomorrow.
Yes, 2 o'clock. Same bat time, same bat channel.
All right, fans, I challenge you to be back in your same seat tomorrow at 2 o'clock. And let's cheer these ladies on to a victory. 46-30, the final. Wellington wins it. They'll play for a title tomorrow. Thanks so much to Mitchell Bruce, our camera operator, Heath Strutter, studio engineer for Chris Shank and Andrew Epp. It's been a pleasure. Have a pleasant good evening. You've been listening to Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
Kansas. We take pride in supporting our community and our student athletes. Hi, I'm the General Manager, Don Glassby. We want to wish our area teams a fun and memorable season. A great person once said, victory is in the quality of competition and not the final score. Visit online AlanSamuelsHutch.com and follow us on Facebook for weekly giveaways and special events. And as Mr. Samuels always says,
come by, let's be friends.
From the Alan Samuels broadcast booth, the Buhler Crusaders play on 95.9 HKFM. Find exclusive stories highlighting Crusader athletics at adastraradio.com and on the Ad Astra radio app. This has been a presentation of the Ad Astra Sports Network, leading the way in regional sports coverage.